Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sharp Sports Media, and today we got our picks for Week 10 of the NFL season. We'll get straight into it. Tomorrow, on Thursday, you got the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young coming off a tough loss against the Colts. They're going to Chicago, to the Windy City, to take on the Justin Field-less Chicago Bears, as Fields is not expected to play. Right now, Chicago's sitting at a 3.5 point favorite. I'm actually going to fade them. I like the Panthers here in this game without Fields. I think Young has a bounce back game, and similar to the previous game that they won against the Texans, I think he stands out. I think he has one of his best games of his young career so far, and really kind of turns the narrative a bit that, so you saw the worst of Bryce Young against the Colts, those two pick sixes, but this is what he can be. This is what you're looking for Bryce Young with the Carolina Panthers. So I'm going to take the Panthers to go to the Windy City and get a W, his second of his career. Then we got those Indianapolis Colts. They're going to the Northeast, or Germany actually, to go play Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. There are reports that if the Patriots lose, Bill Belichick could be fired mid-season. Bill Belichick, the New England Patriots, they go hand in hand. That might not be the case so much longer. The Colts are the actual favorite in this game, 1.5. And with Bill Belichick's job possibly on the line, I got to go with the Patriots to win this game, especially with the quarterback situation going on in Indianapolis. I think Bill Belichick uses that to advantage. He's very good against rookie quarterback. He's good against backup quarterback. He's good against the guys who don't have too much experience playing him or just too much experience winning a lot in this league and playing against defenses like Bill Belichick's. I like Bill Belichick to take advantage of that, especially with his job on the line. I think the Patriots get a dub in Germany. Then we got the Houston Texans coming off a huge C.J. Stroud performance, leading them to the comeback against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, going to Cincinnati to take on Joe Cool and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, not Joe Cool, Joe Montana, Joe Cool, Joe Burrow. Bengals are 7-point favorites in this game, and I like the Bengals to cover. Obviously, if you want to take them 6.5, alt spread that so they cover, or if they win by a touchdown, you win, not just push. But I will ultimately take the Bengals to cover this one. I think CJ Stroud looks great. I think the Houston Texans are improving, but Cincinnati looks like the team we thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year, and they're just in two different leagues. This Cincinnati team is a Super Bowl winner. Houston's still just maybe looking to try to compete for that division title, just get better every day, and maybe look to compete more next year. So two different leagues, two different kind of tiers of teams, especially with the Bengals coming into form the way they have. I'm going with Cincinnati to cover at home. Then we got the New Orleans Saints. They're going up north to play the Minnesota Vikings, the Joshua Dobbs Vikings. Joshua Dobbs, huge game last week in his first couple days with the Vikings, doesn't even know the playbook, gets thrown into the game, and he gets a comeback victory against the Atlanta Falcons. Huge game for the Vikings to kind of keep them maybe even in playoff contention. Huge game. At home, they are 2.5-point underdogs. But I think I'm going to take them to win this game. But no. I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about it. But I think I'm going to go Saints here to cover. This is a coin toss to me. I don't think both teams are any good, really. Make me think about this one again. You know what? I'm going to go with the Vikings here in this one. I'm going to go with the Vikings. To cover. They're at home. I think Dobbs has more time to go over the playbook. I think that he's going to get more comfortable with Kevin O'Connell, And I'm just not huge on the Saints team. You saw a lot back and forth with this game. I was Vikings, and I was Saints. Now I'm back on the Vikings in a span of a minute. This is a truly a coin toss game. I would not be surprised if the Saints win, but I'm going to take the Vikings. And with the line being, or with them being underdogs, take them to win outright in the cover. Then we got the Green Bay Packers coming off a win versus the Rams without a real quarterback. They're going to the Steel City to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh is 3.5-point favorites in this game. And while I do like some things that the Packers did, they got Aaron Jones a lot more involved, which is the biggest thing. And their defense looked a lot better. I'm going to take the Steelers to win this game. I think I'm going to take the Packers to cover the 3.5, but I still like the Steelers to win this game. I think if you're Green Bay, they got to use Christian Watson more if he's going to play and hit some big plays over the top. Like you saw that one catch that he had. Love underthrew him for a touchdown. That's the thing that could separate this offense. Christian Watson can provide those big spark plays that change the game. They got to be able to use that. And continue to use feed Aaron Jones from the Pittsburgh Steelers side. Keep getting get George Pickens more involved. I know had a bit of a fit over last game, but get him a bit more involved. Deontay Johnson's continued to look better. Got his first touchdown in ages. So that's a good thing. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh here at home to defend their home turf. But Packers to cover the 3.5. Then we got the Tennessee Titans. They're going down south to take on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bay is 1-point favorites. I'm going with the dogs again. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans. I think Will Levis is provided something that Tennessee has not gotten for this year at all from their quarterbacks, and that's the ability to throw the ball downfield, give the wide receivers a chance, and not just completely turn the ball over every time he tries to make a big play. They don't have to. It's not Derrick Henry or bust with this offense, I don't think, as much. They can use DeAndre Hopkins more because you've seen he's still a very good wide receiver. Get him involved, he'll make plays. So I like the Tennessee Titans, and Will Levis gets a huge win here on the road in Tampa, arguably, to maybe keep the season alive for the Titans, bring them to 4-5. So Tennessee to win outright in Tampa. Then we got the San Francisco 49ers coming off a bye. They're going to Jacksonville to take on Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. San Francisco 3-point favorites. I'm going to take the favorite here. I like San Francisco coming off the bye. They lost 2 straight. They're going to have to regroup. I just think they're too good not to regroup and bounce back. Jacksonville's still a very good team, but I like the Niners here to bounce back. Had 2 weeks to prep for this Jacksonville team. I think they take advantage of that. Now we got the Cleveland Browns in a divisional rival matchup going to play the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Baltimore 6-point favorites, and I like Baltimore here. I'm going to take the Browns to cover, though. These AFC North battles are always super tight. So it's hard to just take the Ravens out to cover the 6. It's not ridiculous, but NFC North battles are always, my opinion, seem to be one-score games. So with that being said, I'll take the Ravens to win, but the Browns to cover. Then we got the Atlanta Falcons going to Arizona to play the Cardinals. But this is a little different game because Kyler Murray, he's back. Kyler Murray off the ACL injury. The Cardinals now have a quarterback that can help win them games significantly. Josh Dobbs was okay. Don't get me wrong. He did more than most people thought. But Kyler Murray is a very good quarterback. Cardinals are 1.5-point underdogs here. You see me this week. I'm taking a lot of dogs. I'm taking another dog. Kyler Murray in his first game back, I think, really explodes on the scene, kind of. They've waited patiently for him to make sure he was 100%. I think he goes out and puts on a performance and shows that he is the Cardinals quarterback for the future. No Caleb Williams for them. No Drake May for them. It's going to be Kyler Murray. I think he and Hollywood Brown have a day. Then we got the Detroit Lions going to play the Los Angeles Chargers. Almost said San Diego, just to have it. Just to have it. I say that off way too much, San Diego. But it's LA. It's LA Chargers. And Justin Herbert. Detroit 3-point favorites in this game. What's been my MO this week? The dogs. I like the Chargers at home. I've really gotten into a groove, getting back to 500. Their defense, I know they just played only Zach Wilson, but it still looked very good, especially in the red zone. I know the Jets struggle, but you still can take positives away from that. As the Chargers, Eckler, I don't think drops as many passes this game, so I think their offense looks a little better. He's looked good on the ground a bit. Keenan Allen still looks great. I know this is a very good Lions team, and I still think the Lions are going to be one of the best teams in the NFC, but I think they drop one here. Going halfway across the country, Detroit to LA, that could be a bit of a difference, but I like the Chargers at home to win that game. And we got my New York Giants. Yep. They're taking on Jerry's World and the Dallas Cowboys. You can see how excited I am about this game. Dallas 16-point favorites. I like Dallas to win this game. Tommy DeVito at quarterback. I think that says it all. I'm going to take Dallas to cover as well. 16 points is a whole lot for me. Just with anybody. It's more than 2 touchdowns. But I'm going to take them anyway. I don't feel great about that. I hope the Giants can keep it maybe a 1-score game. I don't give them any chance to win. But if they can keep it within a 1-score game, I'd be happy. But ultimately, I'm going to take the Cowboys here to cover, not just win. Then we got the Washington Commanders going to the West Coast to play Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks 6.5-point favorites in this game. I like them to win that game. I like them to cover that game. Seahawks are just in a different category with the Commanders, in my opinion. I still like their offense. A lot of weapons. Their defense, their corners are getting better. Witherspoon has been awesome. Tariq Woolen, great young player. And the up and down with Sam Howell. He throws a lot of yards. He can make a lot of throws, but he makes a lot of mistakes. So I ultimately think, especially going from East to West Coast, that's always tough going from coast to coast. I like Seattle to win, not just win, but to cover the 6.5. Then we go to Sunday Night Football in an absolute dumpster fire of a game. We got the New York Jets going against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Jets are a 0.5-point favorite, so this is basically a pick-em. And I think I'm going to go with the Jets here to get the win. I don't feel good about this at all. I'm not sure. I would not be surprised if the Raiders win this one. But the most dominant unit out of all 4 of the units between the Jets offense, defense, and the Raiders offense, defense is the Jets defense. I think Aiden O'Connell struggles. I think Zach Wilson struggles. But I think they find a way to win this game maybe 13-10 or something like that. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Take the under. The under in this game is 36.5. That's how you know this is not supposed to be a great game for the offenses, at least. And then we got on Monday Night Football, the Denver Broncos going up to Buffalo, take on Josh Allen and the Bills. Buffalo 7.5-point favorites. I like Buffalo to win. I like Buffalo to cover. Very up and down, this Buffalo team, but I think you saw what they could be against the Bengals at times. They just need to be consistent, and I think but they're just better than Denver, and I know they sometimes let these worse teams hang on and make it a close game, but I think after losing a big game to Cincinnati, I think they really turn on the Jets from here on out in this season, and they get a big dub, 2-score game against the Denver Broncos. Those are my picks for this week of week 10. Oof, this NFL season's been flying by. I mean, I don't know if I'm ready to go into week 10. I need more football. Can we go back to week 2? Maybe restart the Giants season. But let me know what you think of my picks in the comments. You can tweet at me. My Twitter's in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.